So apologies ahead of time if you had no idea what was happening in that intro. Chances are I have no idea either, bros.
What's happening, boys, and welcome to the 500 and 800K subscriber thank you, the most delayed subscriber thank you episodia. So today's epi is gonna be a little bit different, and for the first time, I have no idea where to look. I've got two things going. I think I'm just gonna turn this one off. Happy Monday, bros, and welcome to something a little bit different of a video. Now, right off the bat, if you're looking for a FIFA video, if you're looking for a team of the season, Yilfi Sigurdsson unlock the tournament episodia, that is going to be tomorrow. So if you guys do want to watch FIFA, I suggest you go check someone else out as of right now. I haven't done a whole lot of vlogs on the channel. This is probably going to be one of the first videos that I've done on the channel where it's going to be strictly not FIFA. It's going to be Q&A. I told you guys about 4 or 5 days ago. As a matter of fact, I think it was a week ago where, don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Almost 7 days ago, I asked you guys to submit some questions for a Q&A because I feel like I don't do a good enough job in Episodia sort of connecting on a level where you guys don't know me a little bit further beyond the channel. Also, Bateson's About Me series kind of inspired this as well, and I also thought to myself, you know, we didn't do the 500K and we didn't do an 800K subscriber special. Actually, you know what, that's a lie. I think we did a 500K when we went to Beirut. I did like sort of a vlog there, and I'm pretty sure that was a full vlog epi. So the last time we did a full vlog epi might have been 2 years ago, which is the last time I went to Beirut, which is crazy to think how long of a time that has passed. But anyway, boys, like I said, Bates' series, his is a lot more in-depth, his gets a lot more personal, and his is a lot longer. I think he does his like around 45 minutes, so it's like a very, very in-depth look at his life. This is going to be more of your traditional Q&A. I'm just going to go through some questions that you guys submitted. I've loaded them up all on my phone, so I've got them ready to go. And yeah, like I said, we're just gonna do a couple things. We're gonna maybe do like a little setup tour, maybe a little bit of a house tour, show you some of the pets, show you some of the stuff that I get up to, and then we will go to McDonald's, and we will also go to the P.O. box. But will be very embarrassing if we go to the P.O. box and there's nothing there. So if you guys do enjoy the epi, if you guys do enjoy the vlogs, now I'm not saying that I'm gonna do the vlogs all the time, but I'm thinking maybe I could do it like once a week or once every so often, just so you guys kind of catch up what's going on. And again, like the reason I want to do this is just to have a little bit more of a connection beyond the channel with you guys. So maybe you guys let me know by hitting the like button whether or not you guys want to see vlogs every now and again. I'm not even going to set a target. You guys just hit the like button if you guys want to see some vlogs, and it'll give me some indication if you guys want to see a vlog like maybe once a week or maybe, you know, once every 2 weeks, not all the time, because this is primarily, like I said, a FIFA channel where we just go ham with some players in game and just do fun stuff and get up to fun stuff in FIFA. But anyway, boys, so the first question comes from Thomas Mayberry. Big fan, you're beast at FIFA, but what made you start as a FIFA YouTube career? Now, this is a question that whenever I have done a Q&A, it's probably one of the most popularly requested ones, asking why. Like, how did you get into it? Why did you start a FIFA YouTube career? I started my channel not even knowing I wanted to do FIFA. I was just gaming. My purpose in starting a YouTube channel, period, was that I didn't really like the job I was doing. I was doing credit card processing, which was like a job that I had in between. I just had gotten back from Los Angeles and I was looking for like a temporary job, and it was just such a shit job. It was like the most boring thing in the world. It involved numbers, and I'm not that person. I'm horrible with numbers. You guys have seen me sometimes and draft some of the decisions I make. Imagine me behind like a financial transaction where people could actually lose money. That was a scenario that I was involved in. And yeah, so not a numbers guy, but yeah, so why I started FIFA YouTube career? So I would say why I started a YouTube career, just as a hobby. Like I always, the one line that always sort of resonated with me was like sharing my gaming experience. Like whenever someone asks me like why I started, that's usually what I go to. Now, I guess the main answer to your question is why did I start my FIFA YouTube career? And yeah, just I wasn't really happy in the job that I was. I wanted to do something more creative, which is what I did in school. I went to school for film, and then also had a career in Los Angeles where I was an assistant to two producers. I did that for like 2 or 3 years, and then that company folded, and then that's why I moved back to Miami. But yes, getting audience feedback on a hobby that you're so passionate about is like, I would say, probably the coolest job in the world. Nicolas Martí-Mentias. I'm gonna read this in a Spanish accent. I don't know if he's actually from Spain.
Have you ever been to Spain and have a real tapas?
I've been to Spain before. I don't think I've ever had a real tapas in Spain. As a matter of fact, I think when I was little, I went to Spain with my family when I was 10 or 11. We went to Toledo, which is where I got that samurai sword that I can't find right now. But my dad bought me this like it was like a $500 freaking sword that was like handmade. And I've had, dude, this is probably one of the oldest objects I've ever had. This is legitimately probably one of the oldest things in my room that this is the oldest thing from my childhood that I have. A Ninja Samurai sound. Ashley Fools. Ashley? Oh my God! There's a girl on my channel that's not my mom? Would you ever consider having plastic surgery so that you can be Owen Wilson and go around saying wow all the time? Why would I need plastic surgery when I can do this? Gosh, Ashley, why would I do that when I just look like him already? Wow. Rob Kwan asks, if YouTube ever ends, what would you plan to do as your job? So that's something, obviously, because there's quite a bit of fluctuation with YouTube. So I don't know if you guys know about like the ad revenue hit, where like a bunch of advertisers left the website because of like controversial content or whatever. Unfortunately for FIFA YouTubers, it hasn't affected us a whole lot because most of our content is not that controversial. But I'll see. It's very interesting. Like I'll see on all my Syrian, like my Syrian striker some episodes are all hidden in restricted mode, as is like the Kosovo episode. So like those have keywords that are technically a little bit controversial, which is kind of shit. The fact that you have Syrian striker and then whatever, like the fact that that gets sort of hidden is kind of nuts. But anyway, I think they're working on the thing. But anyway, obviously, as YouTube, it's not 100% a stable career. Again, YouTube could fold tomorrow, and then everyone could be out of jobs. So it's something that we think about from time to time. And I would probably say something in social media, like one of my dream jobs would probably be, one of the people I really look up to on Twitter is this guy, Christian Yari. He's the social media and brand manager for Bayern US, I'm pretty sure. And he just seems like he has the dream job. So if I were to do some sort of job after YouTube, again, I don't think YouTube's gonna end anytime soon. I would probably maybe try to go full-time Twitch or something like that, or maybe just do something in social media with like Chicago Fire and be freaking Sebastian Schweinsteiger's assistant. I don't know. Luis Eusebio says, "Who was your worst teacher? Any grade?" I was pretty lucky to have no bad teachers. Miss Thompson in 2nd grade, I had just moved here from Germany. There was a little bit of a language struggle for me. Believe it or not, I did have a pretty thick German accent when I came here. I was 6 or 7 when I moved here. So yeah, 1st or 2nd grade, Miss Thompson. And I don't think it was as much her, it was just the struggle that I had adapting to the classroom. Yeah, I didn't have many bad teachers, fortunately, and I think that's something that I'm really, really grateful for. Like a lot of great teachers. Miss Blackman, if by any chance you're watching this, shout out Miss Blackman, best teacher in the entire world. Miss Blackman, 4th grade teacher, the best ever. Sean Moran asks, if you had a choice, which national team that you're eligible for would you play for? So technically, because I have a German passport, I would be eligible for the German national team. My dad's German, my mom is from California, she's American, so I obviously would be eligible for both sides. Now, emotionally, I was raised supporting the German national team. Like, I always go back to it. You guys have heard me say it in a couple videos. One of my earliest memories, one of the earliest memories I ever had was the 1990 World Cup. West Germany versus Argentina. Don't remember a thing about the game. I just remember hearing screams. Like, my parents were having a party because it was the World Cup. This was when we were still living in Munich. Yeah, so ever since then, like, sort of, my dad raised me on supporting the German national team. That's not to say that we're not happy when the U.S. do well. Obviously, it's awesome. Like, Landon Donovan versus Algeria or Tunisia in what? Was it 2010? Or was it 2006? Like, that whole thing was just absolutely insane. But obviously, one of the most incredible moments of my life was just here. It was my brother and one of our friends. We were watching the 2014 World Cup, 118th minute, Schürrle de Götze. Will never forget that moment in all my life. And like, I can die happy now that Germany have won the World Cup. Like, imagine going through an entire life and then like the team that you support, which I don't even really have a club team, so a lot of you guys also probably don't know that, or you probably would if you listen closely enough on the channel. Don't really have a club team. By the way, shout out Stuttgart. They were promoted into the Bundesliga. My grandfather supported Stuttgart, so that was pretty cool to see. But yes, I would probably choose the German national team, and would also probably be easier to win a World Cup with them, but that's not why I would choose them. I've just had like a huge emotional attachment to them since I've been a little kid. Tropical Pablo asked, if your Uncle Jack helped you off a horse, would you help your Uncle Jack off a horse? The crazy thing about that is I actually do have an uncle named Jack. AJ95 asks, which was the most difficult phase of your life and how did you get through it? School was not easy for me. School was pretty tough. I wasn't the best student. I didn't start excelling in school until I actually went away to college, until I actually went away to university. Was not a great student in elementary, was not a great student in middle school, sort of got a little better in high school. Really the only classes I liked were PE, physical education. I liked history, I liked some, marine bio was a great class, even though I think I finished with like a C or a C+ in marine bio, just because some of the questions, like I remember one of the questions was like, what is a nautilus? And I knew what a nautilus was, I just didn't know how to describe what a nautilus was. So the most difficult phase of my life was probably my parents' divorce. And even saying that wasn't that difficult, because, and I know that's gonna sound kind of weird, like you would think if someone's parents split, it's like the worst thing in the world. But they argued a lot, and it just, you know, like sometimes people come together and it works out perfectly and they're meshing and like everything's fine. But then, you know, and sometimes throughout, I guess, life people get closer, but then sometimes they get a little bit further. And I think that's what happened with them. They just sort of became different people. and my dad was always gone. My mom was always home taking care of us, so I think there was a little bit of that. But yeah, they divorced when I was 16 years old, and honestly, like, the question is, what was the most difficult point in my life? It was difficult when they were together for those last few years and like sort of growing up a little bit. But then once they got a divorce, that was sort of like a relief, you know, like they kind of had like the pressure taken off of them, and it actually wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of freedom and relief that, you know, like now that they're going to be able to be a little bit happier. So like I said, my dad lives in Africa. He lives in Cape Verde. My brother visited him last year. I'm actually supposed to make a trip out there at some point. So maybe if I do that, I could do a vlog and you can meet Zwebackhd, or Zwebackhd. Zahi Amar says, since I am asking my favorite YouTuber a question, who is your favorite YouTuber? Favorite YouTuber? I gotta say, I love Will and E, love the True Geordie, and then outside of sort of our community, even though like they technically aren't FIFA YouTubers, I used to really like Casey Neistat when he daily vlogged. I still like his content. He just does incredible quality content. But favorite YouTuber, there's this guy called Primitive Technologies, and he looks like Antoine Griezmann, and legitimately what it looks like, it looks like Antoine Griezmann has a YouTube channel where he goes out in the jungle and he builds these like thatch huts. He has these like 15 or 20 minute long videos, like shot beautifully, like crazy, literally from scratch, like getting dirt and like putting water on it and making mud and like building these like structures and like these bow and arrows and like shooting bow and arrows and stuff like that. It's called Primitive Technologies. I know it's gonna sound like a weird favorite channel, but right now it's probably my favorite YouTube channel. Muhammad SMRUR. So I think that's our cue to get this thing on the road, boys. So here's my PC where I record everything. I have OBS to record Facecam, and then I've got this program called Rec Central here that records my my FIFA gameplay, which is on the monitor right there. Hold on, let's hit that Elite controller. And yeah, that's the squad I was rolling with in Weekend League. And device occupied, please. I literally have never received that error. Okay, there you go. Then I would just launch OBS. But anyway, that's that. This is my third monitor where I usually have Twitter running. Room is really messy right now. That's sort of what happens when you're doing FIFA YouTube. Have some of the stuff that you guys have seen from Ultimate World League. By the way, I do have to bring that back. I have to figure out a way to bring Ultimate World League back. Have some of my kits, and then have the Ultimate World League jersey right here, and then my Team of the Season jersey right there. Outside of that, nothing too crazy in the room. Like I said, a little bit messy, but you know, when you're a YouTube channel, things get a little bit Lionel Messi. I'm gonna cut that out. Oh, look, it's Harry Kane's chin. So as we walk outside, we've got the rest of the house. We've got the pool, which you guys have seen. I barely even use the pool. Mostly you guys see me jump into it for forfeits and like intros and stuff like that. We've got the stranded pirate ship here that you guys would remember from the Eto Epi. We've got a little hammock behind the studio. And then you come over here, and then this is, have a nice little view. This is sort of where I just come out and kind of like chill out and just like, I don't know, get some good ideas here. But pretty cool view. Have a jet ski dock, don't have a jet ski.
And in the house, one of the rarest cats in the world, a young grey kitten named Grey. Very original. And as we make our way across the Great Plains of Ping Pong, we find another cat, a rare Snow.
All right, so now we're coming in the kitchen. We've got our Keurig machine, which is where I make my coffee. It's the big one, so you can like choose different settings. The Caribou ones, dude, the Caribou ones are freaking sweet. Love a good medium roast. A garden, woo! 86 degrees, but it feels a lot hotter. Does this look okay? So here we are, boys, for the driving part of the Q&A. We are on the move. We're gonna go to McDonald's really quick. We are also gonna go to the P.O. box and hopefully have a little package that we can pick up. But Yassine Wagger asks, have you ever traveled to the Middle East or an Arab country? I've been to Lebanon twice. Probably my favorite country in the world. My best friend Shafiq is from Lebanon, where I'm actually gonna be going in 2 months for his wedding. Crazy to think. So if you guys wanna see a vlog from that, let me know in the comments below. Andres Reda says, wait, my question, do you have any idea how much your fan base loves you? Bro, I love you, man, and your videos are my favorite YouTuber from a Colombian fan, Andres. Yo, Andres, first off, thanks, man, I appreciate that. And I think as YouTubers, and I can only speak for myself, I don't think we fully, or at least I don't think I fully can comprehend like what kind of audience. I mean, my videos, I think on average get at least, a Zway video is at least gonna get 100K. And to think that every day, at least 100,000 people, which is, you know, Wembley's what, 90,000? You know, 10,000 more than the entire capacity of Wembley. Like, we pack a Wembley stadium every day. That's just like a crazy thing to think of. And also like it sort of touches back to the Sidemen match yesterday, like the fact that 27,000 people packed a stadium based on like YouTube channels. Like that's just such an incredible thing. Hey, for your Q&A, where did you meet your girlfriend? Love you and your vids, by the way. Okay, so this one, so I went away to Lebanon 2 years ago. It's crazy, our 2-year anniversary is coming up, I think in September, which is kind of a crazy thing to think about that it's been that long. And by the way, boys, really quickly, we're coming up on the greatest place in the entire world. Freaking McDonald's, boys. Yeah! I've been focused on my YouTube channel. It was 100% about my YouTube, so I didn't have time for anything else. And I was like, you know what, it'd be great to have a girlfriend. And he was like, you should hit her up. And so I stalked her sort of on Instagram. Now, at some point, someday I'll get her to tell you guys this story. But I sort of semi-stalked her on Instagram. I think I commented saying like, it's the worst line in maybe pickup history, pants game 100. Like she had this photo where she had like these cool pants on. The smart judgment that I have and like what I thought I needed to say was pants game 100, which I think is just the cringiest thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. But she messaged me back and we start talking and she's like, oh, we should reconnect because we did go to high school together, but she was like 3 or 4 grades below me. And she was like, well, we should get together sometime. And I was like, holy shit. And then I was like, let's go, oh, I know this great, let's go for coffee, right? And she's like, oh, I'd love that. And I was like, you know what? Let's be aggro's way. Let's be like Nick would be proud of me on. Let's be aggro freaking's way. So, you know what? Let's not do coffee. Let's go to freaking dinner. I know this great little Lebanese place called Biblos, and that's the first place that we ever went. Wild Pariah says Wild Pariah says, Zway, why are you so shit? Zway, why are you so shit? Now, JK's, I love you, watch you every day, and you're the best. Yes. Do you have Team of the Season Ylfi Sigurdsson?
Sorry, what was that?
Team of the Season Ylfi Sigurdsson?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Damn, it's Yango asks literally every question there ever was. Oh, great. Thank you so much. Let's do a quick McCafe review. Gonna penetrate. Now, boys, don't you ever forget it. When you sip a McCafe for the first time, if you're gonna test it out, you don't wanna sip up top because it's probably gonna be a little bit watery with all the ice up there, little icebergs up there, and you don't wanna go down the bottom because there's probably gonna be a little sugar. It's gonna kind of taint the flavor a little bit. So you want, for the best flavor, you're gonna wanna mine down about, so it's about 3 inches from the surface. Go smell, sip and smell. That's pretty good iced coffee. I'd give that a solid 8.9. I'd give that a solid Ylfi Sigurdsson, 8.9 out of 10. Well done. How long do you spend a day working on making videos? I usually, on any given day, I try to wake up early. My sweet spot is like 8:30, so I can go to the gym, even though I haven't done that much lately. I want to be working on my video on ideas around 10. I kick ideas around for maybe like an hour, hour and a half, then I get a little bit lazy. I'd say I spend anywhere between 6 and I want to say maybe 9 or 10 hours a day. Did you go to college? I did go to college. I went to Northeastern for 2 years, and then I transferred from Northeastern, which is a school in Boston, a very, very cool school in Boston, and then I transferred down to University of Miami, which is where I wanted to go from, which is where I wanted to go originally, but I didn't have the grades. Basically, I went into the meeting with the advisor from UM when I was a senior in high school, and she was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't have the SAT scores, you don't have the grades to get into this college, so maybe go somewhere, go to like a junior college or something, and then, you know, work for a couple of years, getting your grades up and then try to reapply. And that's exactly what I did. But I went to Northeastern, which was actually a really, really good school. Now, it's very, very tough to get in that school, but I literally got in the year before it became a very, very competitive school. What's the hardest thing about starting as a FIFA YouTuber? So, yeah, so starting and then actually doing YouTuber are sort of two different things. So like the hardest thing, once you become a YouTuber and you can do it full time, I guess it's the same problems, but starting is that feeling like you're not getting anywhere. The most difficult thing about starting YouTube is just, I think that's probably the most difficult thing. If you're on the grind, and especially if you're doing it daily starting out. I think if you have a PC, you just need a capture card, which probably maybe like, I don't know, 70, 100 bucks, maybe a decent webcam, again, like all in to start YouTube, probably just need a couple $100. Not that that's cheap, but compared to some other hobbies, like, I mean, if you wanted to start playing ice hockey, that's probably gonna run you in the few thousands. But yeah, not extremely expensive, and once you have it all set up, then you're pretty much set to go. You got to keep at it. You got to be consistent if that's your aim. If you're dreaming about being a YouTuber, I think you got to have tough skin. You got to have thick skin because people are going to say things about you in comments. It's not going to go great at first. Very rarely is someone going to be successful right off the bat. Usually you got to be doing it for at least a couple years. I think that's, I mean, you've got a lot of stories where people were doing it for multiple years before they had any sort of success on YouTube. So I would say just keep at it and just really, I think keeping at it is the most difficult thing. So just stay in a routine. If you upload 3 times a week, stick to that. If you upload daily, try to stick to that. Just keep plugging away. And now, boys, the moment of truth. Do we have something in the P.O. box? Minecraft Cringe Kid Vids asks, Zway, how many nuts have you brunched? Last question comes from Andrew Pearson. What's been your most fulfilling moment as a FIFA YouTuber? So to answer that question, I mean, I love my 100K subscriber plaque. Obviously, that's a pretty difficult achievement to do. Hoping one day to get that. My goal right now is probably to get that million subscriber plaque. But most fulfilling doesn't have to do with anything in the numbers. It has to do with the interaction with you guys. Whenever I see a comment in the comment section below saying, "Zway, that's like the funniest intro," or that's the funniest epi that I've ever seen you do, like that is just that makes all the work worth it. And more than anything, meeting you guys in real life. Whenever I see someone, when I run into someone in public and they say, Zway, your videos make me happy, you have no idea how much these videos change your life. Whenever I get an email, for example, I got an email from a girlfriend, her boyfriend's a big fan of the channel, and she wants me to do like a little short snippet video for him saying happy birthday. So technically this could be it if he sees this. Leo, I think is his name. So happy birthday, Leo. His birthday is May 31st, but I think I will put something together for him and then send it off to her. But it's the interaction with you guys, and would have to say that's easily the most fulfilling part, especially like I said, when I meet you guys in public and just like get that feedback like person in person. Also, YouTube provides me a lot of time to get in the cafes, which is definitely one of the perks of the job. Oh, dude, Dr. Disrespect is going live. Okay. All right, boys, so that's gonna be the episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Like I said, a little bit different to the usual epis. No FIFA for the first time, no FIFA on the channel for the first time, and I think, I don't know, at least a couple of years since that vlog that I did from Beirut. But like I said, boys, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys maybe wanna see vloggy type stuff once every now and again, let me know. Like I said, hit that like button if you guys do enjoy this. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. But also wanna say, didn't do the 800,000 subscriber special, so this is technically gonna be it. And just wanna say, guys, I know I say from the bottom of my heart a lot, so I gotta find another phrase to say. Well, what could I use? From the bottom of my nuts, boys, I appreciate it so much. Who's that? Chicago? No way. Hold on a second. Boys, official delivery from McDonald's. Happy birthday and happy friendversary. Wait, hold on, is this a custom? No way. A custom freaking McDonald's controller, boys. Nah, this is not real. Red and yellow McDonald's cards that double as McDonald's French fry coupons. No, stop it. Please stop. Again, have to say that I'm not being paid by them, but every now and again I get these custom McDonald's packages. And these, honestly, this makes up for not getting anything in the P.O. box. When I didn't get anything in the P.O. box, McDonald's sends me a freaking controller. Again, another thing that in my wildest dreams would not be possible without you guys. I have a McDonald's Fantastisch controller to use during Weekend League now. I think I might actually throw out my Elite and use this one. That's gonna be the episode, boys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button. If you guys do want to see some more vlog type stuff come to the channel over, you know, maybe once every week or maybe once every few weeks or something like that, let me know in the comment section below as well if there's anything that I could do differently. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. I will see you guys for another upload tomorrow. Till next time, boys, tschüss, later, ade.